Good morning. It is Wednesday, the 18th of August, 2021. Welcome to another sailing adventure here on Silver Heels, My Roads 22. We are currently in the central coast of Maine area, near Penobscot Bay, and this is actually day 2 of our trip. Yesterday I got up at 4 in the morning, drove about 5 hours from eastern Connecticut to Rockland, Maine, got the boat ready to launch and launched at the public ramp in Rockland, and found conditions were somewhat boisterous, and I was just kind of disorganized and really, I just wasn't able to get any filming done. I did get a little sailing coverage for a very pleasant sail across Penobscot Bay, but no yakking like this. So we'll just start here. We'll pull out the chart this morning and show you the territory we covered yesterday and where we are now and where we think we're going to go today. The forecast is for south winds 5 to 10. We have south at the moment. The forecast was southwest, and I thought maybe it was a little more westish than southish. We might go south to Matinicus Island, but it's straight out of the south, so which is where Matinicus is. So we're not going to Matinicus. We'll do something else. We've been up for a while. Read the newspaper this morning. Had breakfast. Did the dishes. So we're getting close to putting up the sails. But we need to show you the charts, and we'll do a little look around here before we leave. So here we have southern Penobscot Bay. This is Rockland Harbor. The boat ramp is down in this area. Way over here is North Haven Island and Vinyl Haven Island. So we just basically came straight across Penobscot Bay. The winds were southwestish, 5 to 10, really. My anemometer said more 10-ish, so 7 to 12, something like that. Anyway, we came across here. We kind of found a path. It doesn't really show on this chart, but if you blow it up some, there's a way through Dogfish Ledges here, and we came around through Ledbetter Narrows, which is a little bit wider than it probably looks like there. And we are down in this kind of bay that doesn't seem to have a name. And we're anchored just to the north of this little cluster of islands, which gave us some protection from south winds overnight. And even a blown up version of the chart doesn't give this island a name, but Active Captain calls it the Flat Island Anchorage here. So that's where we are now. So given the current conditions and the forecast for south winds, our plan today is to leave here, go back out the way we came, and go up between Vinyl Haven and North Haven through the Fox Islands thoroughfare. I have learned recently that the two islands of North Haven and Vinyl Haven are sometimes collectively known as the Fox Islands, and that's why Fox Islands thoroughfare has the name it does, although I've never seen a map with the name Fox Islands on it referring to those islands. Anyway, we'll see how that goes, and if we come out the other end successfully, we have a destination in mind, but we'll talk more about that later. So this is what our anchorage looks like. We're looking pretty much south at the moment, and I'm guessing this larger island over here must be Flat Island. Yeah, but we'll go around to the east. That's Ledbetter Island over there, which is a good sized island. And Ledbetter Narrows is up there. You can't really see it. And then we've got Vinyl Haven Island to our north and west. And I hope you can hear the call of the seagulls. Southeast, the other little island that's offering us a little protection, and back to south. Well, we finally completed all of our chores, I think, other than pulling up the anchor. So that's the next order of business, and since the wind is blowing us straight off the islands we've anchored behind out into the more open bay, we're gonna try sailing off the anchor. You can hear the mainsail flapping around, which shouldn't be much of a challenge given these conditions. Well, it's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon now, and we are in a little cove that doesn't appear to have a name, that's on Kimball Island, which is just adjacent to Isle o Ho, and I'm guessing is also part of the park system, since doesn't appear to be any development on it at all. Well, it was a good day of sailing. The winds were out of the south. I'd say the 5 to 10 miles per hour. Knots was also correct. So we came through the Fox Island thoroughfare and then across East Penobscot Bay to the Hilo area, and we'll show you the chart and then take a look around. So as luck would have it, our entire journey fits on one chart today. So we started the day here in this bay just north of these little islands, shielded by Ledbetter Island here off Vinyl Haven Island. And the predicted wind today was out of the south, and that was true in the morning. That was true all day, actually. So we did sail off the anchor and up through this bay. We did have to motor to get through Ledbetter Narrows, just because the wind was pretty much blocked and the tide was against us. But once we got through there, we were under sail and came up and around into Fox Island thoroughfare between Vinyl Haven and North Haven. And this is a nice sail. It's always nice to go through here. South winds are good for that. And although the land tends to diminish the wind and make it kind of fluky, it was consistent enough that we were able to sail through there at 2 or 3 knots. And got some pictures going through there, so hopefully they came out. And up and around and into West Penobscot Bay, I think this body of water is. Down here it says Isle Ho Sound or Bay, but that's south of where we are. Anyway, then it was a short trip across open water with many lobster pots, down across here, and to, this is Kimball Island. Down here is the body of Isle Ho. The town or something such as it is up in here. I've never been in there. But we're in this little bay here. And so we're supposed to continue to have south winds this afternoon and maybe southwest tonight. And we'll be pretty well protected from either of those. So the bay was bigger than I expected it to be, actually. I've been in tighter bays than this. But we'll take a look around. So we'll start off by looking pretty much south into the bay. Got a pebbly beach there, which is nice if I wanted to go ashore, which I don't. And it's about half tide now. It was pretty much low tide when we anchored. So we'll go around to the west, into the sun. And very rugged coast. And then behind us out into East Penobscot Bay. We're about north now. And I probably won't come out here, right about the center there, behind the shroud, is the town of Stonington. So we've got some of the little islands that are off Deer Isle here. Right over there, I'm pretty sure, is Merchant Island. I think that's the name. And then we're back to the east side of the cove. A little hill over there, not doing anything for us, but looks nice. There are some lobster pots in here, as you can see. If the wind switches to southwest from its current south, I'm probably going to end up somewhat tangled up in that set of pots there. We'll have to see what happens. And back to our pebbly beach to the south. I was just about to go down below and turned around, and there's a big schooner behind us. I think that's the Victory Chimes, because I think that's the only three-masted schooner in the Penobscot Bay area. Most of them are two-masted. Like the one we saw in the town of North Haven, which was the J&E Riggin, which is a schooner that my wife and I have sailed on several times. So I haven't seen these as much as I expected to up here. I'm not sure if they're operating on full schedule currently or not. I also am kind of puzzled as to where he's going exactly, but I guess we'll never know. So I guess while I'm in filming mode and back to hiding in the cabin here, I should explain quickly why there hasn't been any video earlier this year. My basic plan is to go on a week-long cruise for 1 week each summer month, so June, July, August, and September. You can quibble on whether those are all summer or not, but the short story is the June trip never happened. I should have spent more time checking things out well in advance of the date of that trip, but I had a variety of problems that I only discovered too late to fix in time. So June didn't happen, and July did happen, but on the second day of that cruise, I dropped my camera, my phone, in the ocean. So it was I was trying to get a better, I was anchored for the night in a little harbor and had a lousy cell signal, and I was trying to get a better signal, and I was using a trick I learned someplace on the internet, I think, which is I put the phone in a little ditty bag and clipped it to the flag halyard and went to raise it up to the spreader, and something went wrong, and I got the bag up to the top with the phone in it, and then both the bag and the phone fell straight into the bay. So don't know what happened. Anyway, so that's why there wasn't any film for the July cruise, and now we're in August, and keep your fingers crossed that I can get through this whole trip without dropping the camera in the ocean or doing something else stupid. And hopefully there'll be one in September as well.